Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of No Quest for the Wicked. Gentlemen, I've got two very important questions for you. First and foremost, are you ready to rock?
Yes.
Loraxes of my toesies?
No. More importantly, are you ready to roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Quick recap before we get started. You guys are in the Copper Cutlass's weird jade snake temple that they found underground. You successfully navigated through all the traps and now are in the inner sanctum, battling it out, trying to get control of the Grimoire of Shackles and Shattering.
And so far, we've been doing incredibly.
Yeah?
Some might say a perfect job.
You have
No
the
mistakes.
book, and you've had the book for the longest amount of time. You guys have kind of been in a battle royale between the one-armed porcelain, the relic hunters led by Madden Roja, and the Copper Cutlasses. You guys have all been kind of exchanging blows, fighting. There have been some casualties, not deaths, but certainly some people knocked out. Some of the relic hunters are down. Almost all of the Copper Cutlasses are down.
We've got Mirror Boy, and that's it.
Yeah, you have possession of the book. However, before we ended last episode, you activated your sort of demon sensing bracers to trigger Root's assistance. And when you did, a couple things happened. First, Vlyn was granted Root's sword to wield in battle. Second, a demonic invader managed to break through into your dimension and is now there. And finally, with this surge of sort of magical energy, the porcelain was able to speak, and he informed you that he's trying to help you.
He also called us idiots, I believe.
How rude! I guess we're in it, right?
Yep.
I turn to the porcelain and I'm like, Root?
What? What? Who?
No, you're not being possessed by Root. You're you.
Yes. What do you mean? I'm not possessed by anything.
We can't hear you until now, and I assumed it was Root manifesting in you. Why are you now, 1, talking, 2, helping, 3...
I was always helping, you dumbasses. And second, my name is... And it stops for a second and, begins looking around and says, I don't know. Fuck.
Portia.
Porcelain Dan.
I was thinking Porcelain Peaser, but then I thought maybe Portia is... We're getting sidetracked. There's a big dog as well. Is that your friend?
No, not my friend. I don't know.
Why are you trying to rob my friend all the time? Why'd you try to kill us in the spaceship?
And you see him, hold his head for a second and just say, spaceship? What the hell are you talking about?
There was an alternate future maybe where we were in a spaceship, you were trying to kill us, you and your fuzzy friend.
What?
Porcelain bugs.
The little dog thing with the open mouth, it's just running around and just and
And I'm just talking this thing to death. It's like
losing its fucking mind. And then the porcelain finally just goes, you need to know that this world is, and then it continues to gesture, but no sound is coming out. And then it seems to realize what's happened, and it seems mad again, points at makes their eyebrows.
Yes, we get it. You're angry. Me too. I'm probably more angry than you've ever been in your life because you were going to tell us a thing and now we can't simply hear it. Vlyn.
Yeah. I'm just weighing the sword in my hand, oh.
I believe that was the end of your turn, was activating your bracers. Did you both turn them on?
I turned mine on. That's where we got. I don't know if...
Yeah, I hadn't turned mine on because I don't see the need to. But
yeah, so you're good. You're good.
I'm I've got a hand on it, and I'm maybe if I turn it on, it can speak again.
I think we should deal with this dog first, and then maybe we'll...
It's fine. It's just running around. It's got zoomies. That's what happens. Honestly, this one's less scary than the other one, because the other one's evil and has ill intent. This one just seems to be lost.
This is a demon sent from the abyss.
It is. I'm going to pass your turn. So if you're choosing not to turn on the bracer, it's going to be the porcelain's turn.
Yeah, Vlyn didn't seem to want me to turn it on, so I won't.
Okay. The porcelain sort of straightens out and begins kind of surveying the situation. And he points at you, Vlyn, with the sword and points at the dog. Then he points at himself and points at the mirror.
Cool. Good plan. I point at Flit and the book, and I sort of point... I say keep it safe. I don't need a point. I can use my words.
It nods and goes running off towards the mirror. It's
Let
gonna
our
use
friend
its whole,
in. I yell.
It's going to use the whole turn. It is Fartel and Roja's or Madden's turn.
Do
There's
they
a demon in
react
the
to
room.
any of this in any way?
Madden at this point in time has stopped concentration on the dome and has now brought his little drones back to him and is now using them to lift himself off the ground. So he's about 20 feet up in the air.
Sure.
And Fartel is looking at you and the dog, and it's just like, what the hell did you guys do? What is that?
We told you the book was a demon book. Do you believe me now?
Really, you did this by not letting us leave.
So what, you used the demon book?
No, it was eventually going to do this anyway.
We're trying to get rid of it. You're the one trying to fucking steal it from us.
Well, we're trying to get rid of it.
Well, great. We're on the same team. You could have just said that, you goof.
He stops for a second and it turns towards the dog and just starts shooting at the dog.
Man, we should have maybe used our words at some point.
It's hard. It was pretty overwhelming. There was a lot of people.
They do seem scary kind of off the bat. Apart from Rohan, who does seem eminently unintimidating.
Well, that's because he's just like you.
What does that mean?
You're both hoity-toity.
Hold on, God. Hold on. I can be terrifying. I have hoisted my gun and I've aimed it upon scoundrels. I've done damage. I used magic. Didn't you see? It hurt him slightly.
I ate it somehow and spit it back out.
Exactly. You ate my scary magic. You have to understand. I'm fearsome. I made Savvy so angry she practically died.
Well, I punched them really hard, yeah.
But she got punched because she was so angry from me.
Good job, Flit.
You just see fucking Fartel just like poof, 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 just shooting as you two fucking argue over by the stairs. It is the Copper Cutlass's turn. He's still fucking with the mirror. It looks like he's about done what he's doing, just in time to turn and see this porcelain fucking running towards him. It is your guys' turn.
Okay, I guess I walk towards the dog and try to get its attention.
The second you start moving towards it, it like just looks at you.
I love this guy.
It's got these like 3 fucking tongues with like a ridge of teeth on the edge of it.
Oh,
they're like forked. The whole front of it, like its whole head opens up, almost like a vertical mouth, and it sees you and starts running towards you.
Okay, my movement speed's 40. Can I get to it and still make an attack?
Yeah, absolutely. So this sword does 2d6 points of damage. It also has a 1d4 point of like abyssal energy as well, and then it has some pretty cool critical hit effects.
All right, gonna roll to attack with the cool sword. I'm just gonna treat it like a fire axe, Flit, like for when I used to cut wood in the backyard.
How mundane.
That's a non-natural 20.
Yeah, that hits.
There's a name for that. Dirty 20.
That's 2 1s on the dice.
Filthy 20.
For the 6s. A 1 on the d4, so that's 3.
Hell yeah.
Plus my strength mod, which would be a 6.
Is that with your weapon specialization as well, I assume?
Yeah,
cool.
That's a 9.
Yeah, you land this big sort of like cleaving sword strike. It opens its mouth and like closes on the blade. Like you probably would have hewn it in 2, and you still like managed to get a little bit, like dig your blade in there a bit, but it goes blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I go blah, 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 blah.
Flit, it is your turn.
Can you talk to the thing?
No.
Am I still down on the like ice and poison?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to move out of the ice and poison first.
So you can, like, because the dome is gone, you can just step up onto the stairs. And
I'm going to step up onto the stairs because I'm so sick of being sick. And I guess I'm going to shoot this thing twice just to now that we're all friends here, I'm going to aim for this thing, shoot twice.
Can you shoot twice? Because you move?
5 foot up the stairs, all right?
But it's still a movement in Starfinder. It's a move action to do a guarded step.
Man, we started playing Pathfinder again, and it has fucked me up. I was so good for so long. Yeah, I'll move, and then I'll just take one shot. 18 KAC, or sorry, EAC. Yeah. For minimum damage of 4.
Cool. As you guys are starting to hit this thing, it does something real fucking weird. It's its turn. And it turns almost like 2D, almost like turning into like a pitcher, like a stained glass pitcher. It's still there. You can see it, and no matter how you turn and move, it always faces the same way for you, but it seems to enter into a 4th dimension almost.
The fucking Yath Hound?
And you see it similar to what it was doing before with the zoomies. It like begins like going fast. And this is an attack roll. Okay. So I have to roll it on all of you. That is a nat 20.
Well, we're back in it.
Well, we're dead.
That's I'm going to just go. So now you get the nat 20. Ryan, you get a 14.
That hits me. My AC is garbage.
That's a 19 on the dice for Tell. It misses the porcelain. It misses the copper cutlass. And it hits Madden. Okay. Vlyn, you take 9 points of damage. Roll the crit now. You take 19 points of damage.
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. We're in rough shape here on the No Quest for the Wicked podcast. Our heroes, what will they do?
As you hear the gunfire from up top, you see Fartel, this like blur flash by him, slice open his chest, and he falls forward, grabs onto the balcony ledge, and then you see the hand like slide down, and Fartel goes down.
Yeah, you also see Flit like he's actually hasn't really been hurt much so far because he's kind of stayed out of fights and you've generally taken the brunt, but he has definitely complained as if he's taken a lot of damage. You see blood spray, like thick purple, like almost like tar, and you can like see inside of him for a second where it's like, and it doesn't look good because he is undead, which I don't think Vlyn even knows, and he stumbles back and he's like, Vlyn, you really got me, Vlyn.
Stay strong, Flit. I'm not even looking back. I can hear though, and I'm like, stay strong.
I have 3 HP.
We've got this.
The thing like stops. It's like sort of like crazy teleporting around the room and then reappears in front of you, Vlyn, and it's like full like 3D form. And it's covered in different blood. Like you can see that sort of like thick tar blood. You can see Fartel's blood.
No chance that provoked?
No, because it goes into a whole other dimension.
That's the point of cool demon swords if you can't cut through dimensions.
Right? It is the porcelain's turn. You just hear, once again, like, tink, 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 and it runs, and it just does a flying, like, leaping kick into the back of the copper cutlass. He slams into the mirror and goes down. And then you see the porcelain begin to, like, do things with the mirrors, trying to figure out how to use it. Roha says,
okay, can we all agree that we are aware that the book is evil and demonic in nature and that it must be contained?
Correct.
If by contained you mean getting rid of it, yes.
Sure. I was going to get it off world because that's all I really care about, but
how about
if you
off plane?
Sure. Even better.
Well, then we've got you. And you needn't have done all this drama.
Well, unfortunately, in our line of business, when opportunity presents itself, it's quite often detrimental to our business. But I apologize for the confusion.
And he swipes that little container, and some of the drones that are making his like little floating platform that he's on swoop over to you, Flit, and you regain 10 stamina points. As they're technically temporary HP. They begin sort of like and begin building a small little pretty low grade force field around you.
Well, this goes away towards mending our relationship, I'll say that.
Fartel is down, Savvy is down, Cutlasses are down. It is your turn, Flit and Vlyn.
I'm going to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
I'm hoping it doesn't have a high AC. How does a 14 do?
14 will hit its KAC.
Oh my god, okay. Good decision, Ryan. Good decision, Ryan.
You can tell it's a little slower because of what it just did.
And a 16 for the second attack.
Both of those hit.
Thank you. Thank you for not killing Flit and then lowering your AC.
He basically killed me, Vlyn. How dare you?
6. That's 15 points of damage from the first one. So Vlyn, once again, he's not a sword fighter. I don't know if he's ever held a sword before today, but understands how they work. So he's just putting his might in, trying to keep the pointy side the right way. And it's just taking 2 wild swings. There's no technique. There's no martial arts. It's just a dad with a big stick trying to help his bud.
Yeah, you are just cleaving chunks off this thing. At one point in time, you manage to like just slice one of its tongues off that like hits the ground and begins wiggling around. You can hear like the teeth kind of like clacking on the stone dais. It is your turn, Flitwick.
How does it look? Does it look very injured?
It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look like it's on death's door.
I'm like kind of again like holding myself shut. I'm just like, Vlyn, are you able to do the thing you did before?
What thing did I do before?
With the magic. Because I think I got something else.
Let it rip, bud.
And I like my eyes are like closed and I'm just like, it didn't used to be as graceful. And I'm going to cast Incompetence on this thing. Will save for 14.
Cool. I'm going to roll my save against it. I fail, which doesn't cancel the spell, but it still uses me as its next target. There's just no bonus effect.
Cool. All right. So I need a will save, Dane.
That is a 6 plus a 7, which is a fail, right?
Yeah, you are now not proficient with natural weapons,
Okay.
which I believe is -4. Hell yeah. You missed by 1.
Damn. Oh, wait, it has that ion stone.
I fucking
You see, as it's like barking and slobbering at you, it bites its own tongue for a second. It's like,
Yeah, it's like I have like a vision of it when it was like a demonic puppy, and it's, you know, when puppies are like clumsy, and it's like that, and I'm just like almost like mentally projecting that into it, so it's like almost like living in two realities as like now and then, and it's hard to like to differentiate.
Cool. Well, it was going to full attack you, Vlyn, but it's not going to do that anymore.
Probably still should.
It's going to use its breath weapon. You see it take a deep breath in, and its chest cavity swells almost like a frog, and you can see sort of a green glow from inside of it, and then it just like as a like putrid cloud of green and black spew out in front of you, and you're going to have to give me a fortitude save, please.
And that doesn't provoke because it's extraordinary.
It's just its breath ability.
I was going to
say
ask if it was a spell.
Fortitude?
Fortitude, yes.
Okay. That's going to be a 14 on the dice.
That's enough. So you're only going to take half.
Thank God.
So 5 points of acid damage.
All right. Still up. Still going.
Porceling's turn. Let's see. Roll me a luck check, someone.
Ryan,
Go now. I believe in you.
you got the last one. You did well though.
I know. That's why it's your turn.
15.
Okay. You hear that like sliding stone sound again. You hear the and I guess you guys probably can't really see through the door, but you get the sense that the porcelain has deactivated the traps.
Nice.
Nice one, Portia.
Also, the ice and the green fog also dissipate.
Nice. Ryan, did you say you did something to spell durations even if you fail?
Even if I fail, the distance can go farther, but I can't. That's it.
Okay.
And I could technically change the target myself if I was like, fuck you, Niall. I want to target somebody else.
Damn.
Okay, that was the porcelain's turn. Roja is going to once again peel off some of the drones that just were at Flitwick and over onto you, Vlyn. And you get 3 temporary HP as the drones begin building a force field around you.
Nice.
It is back to you guys. I'm just kind of letting you guys go interchangeably, so however you want to act.
Vlyn, I could shoot this thing or I could try to get Fartel up. What do you think?
Help a friend. We need some good karma vibes.
Okay. I think I'm getting the hang of this. And I like reach up my hand and like turn it like this. And you see like time rewinding till a point where Fartel was less injured. As I'm going to cast Blessing of Youth on him. God damn it. Yeah, he gets 1 stamina point. He's not bleeding if he previously was. And he gets a 5-foot enhancement bonus.
Does he get any HP?
He gets 1 stamina point. I think you still go up if you have stamina.
Do you? I thought you needed
It's
HP.
actually a great question.
I think you need HP because I think you have to be outside of 0.
Well, I attack the dog. I think this has his AC gone back to normal.
His AC has gone back up, yes.
Okay, well, that's still going to be a dirty 20.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How dirty?
With your bullshit, Dane? I'm not sure. He just went around the room. I'm assuming he could have lost 6 AC for murdering everybody. 14, I'm going to use my evolutionist ability because I'm at max mutation points and add additional 2 as purple lightning charges through the demonic sword for a split second. So that's going to be 16 all day, is that what I said? Or 14 all day?
Okay. This thing looks very bad now. It's like limping. It's 2 remaining tongues lolling out of its mouth.
Just you and me.
I assume that incompetence lasts. It's still going?
Yep, 3 rounds. So this will be round 2.
It's going to attempt to make 2 attacks on you.
Sure.
-8, baby.
Oh, shit. No,
No, it should do it.
-4 still.
So just 1 attack?
No, he has 2 natural attacks, so he doesn't take a multi-attack penalty. He gets...
Bullshit. Dane's making up rules.
Nope, that's a 10, I assume, doesn't
No, thank God. So
do it.
Yeah. Vlyn is getting more used to the sword, sort of like shifts it over a little bit to deflect the first paw because it seems obvious the dog is how he's making his moves.
The next one is a 22. Assume that's going to hit.
Can we all just take a moment for the fact that Flit was like, I'm getting the hang of this, does this arcane gesture, and the guy lying on the ground just doesn't get up, but does look slightly like 1 tiny wound just goes like, Like a bruise fades and he doesn't get up.
Yeah, this dog first like goes for this lunging bite, misses. It just sort of like snaps way too early. It's like whenever you watch those like golden retriever videos of it like trying to catch like food getting thrown to it, and it like bites like 4 seconds way too early or way after it's missed. It just does this like really over exaggerated and just like nowhere near you. But then it gets up on its hind legs and just does like a flurry of like claw strokes, scratches the hell out of you for 6 points of damage.
All right, I'm still up. Still fighting. Barely, but I'm up.
Okay, I think he's fine. I think he's getting up. It's just taking a while.
Porzling is going to come running in to attack the dog. He fucking misses. He throws a punch with the arm that's missing and just like looks down and goes... You just see him like shake his head. Madden is going to... What spells does he have that could help here? It's almost out of spell slots. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. Fucking Roja swoops over and lands beside you, Vlyn. And once again, those drones flip over to you, attach onto your sword, and just begin like supercharging it. As he casts Supercharged Weapon, the blade itself now feels both heavier and easier to wield at the same time. I will tell you what happens if you hit, because it's pretty fucking cool. And then Fartel is still down, so shockingly. Vlyn and Flit, it is your turn.
He's fine. He's getting up. It's just taking a while. I promise.
Yeah.
And I will shoot twice. Or should I try to anti-strength this guy?
Do you want me to go first to see if I hit it and see if it dies? I'm going to take one attack this time just to hopefully get in for the last blow. 12 plus 6 is 18.
That is enough to hit. So with Supercharged Weapon, because you're doing a single attack, you're going to add 46 points of damage to this. So the total damage will be 66 plus 1d4.
Nice.
So many ones so far, dude.
No.
24 points of damage all day.
How do you kill this demonic dog?
Vlyn, like less than a week ago, was a stay-at-home dad. And here he is in a pyramid from another dimension, probably, to some evil snake god, holding a giant demon sword, fighting something that he only saw in his nightmares. So for a second, he thinks about how absurd this all is, and he honestly, a part of him's like, you know what? This might just be a dream. So let's live it like a dream. So he conjures like the kind of movement he sees from all his old movies, and just takes a big, like, deep stance, starts just like yelling out loud, going and like just bisects this demon dog as he like puts it straight down the middle. Every bit of might. His like lightning scars are like charged. There's like little bits of lightning coming out of his body, and he just like slices the air perfectly down the middle.
Hell yeah.
Bisect this dog, and the second you put your blade all the way through it, those drones that Madden had like attached to him like shoot out and just like send the two halves flying in either direction, blood splattering on all of you. Just
You did it. Well done, Vlyn.
I should have gotten you to take a picture.
In the heat of battle, that's just unrealistic. I was busy. I was primed for a shot.
Lance can't think I'm lame if I'm bisecting demon dogs, you know?
Hey, Vlyn, don't worry. He will never believe it.
You're so right. He won't.
So, is there still that one copper cutlass, or are they unconscious? Did the porcelain...
he's unconscious, yeah. The porcelain
great.
fucking knocked his ass out.
Was he the one that said he'd come after my home? Or was it the other one that charged? I think it was that guy, wasn't it?
I don't know if I ever really distinguish. It's whichever one you would like it to be.
Sure. I drag whichever one that one is onto the dais with all of us. Vlyn, would you mind just holding the sword and doing your threatening dad thing?
Okay.
Okay, great. I just start slapping him in the face till he wakes up. Hey! Remember me? Remember me? You're going to hurt my people that I love? Slap him again. You're going to come after me? You're going to burn my home? My pathetic, furnitureless home? I grab his head and I turn it to look at Vlyn.
I'm from hell. This is a big old sword.
You going to do that? You going to do that, friend?
Yeah, you going to do that? You
Are
going
you?
to do that, Fred?
Both of you roll me an intimidate with advantage. Roll twice and take the better.
Well, first one's not good. Second one's not good. My highest is a 10.
I got a 12.
You could see like his eyes are barely focused. Like they're literally like going two different directions. He's still kind of out of it. And he just goes, fuck. And then passes out again.
I go into his brain with my telepathy and just go, whoa, 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 whoa.
Did that work?
I don't know. Should we do the ritual now so we can get this over with real quick?
Madden is like,
Ritual? Well, hold on now. We're specifically trying not to use the book.
We're not using the book. Don't worry.
So, fun fact, whoever used the book last didn't use it right and put the ghost of the adventurer man in the book. And now
Darwin.
there's a Darwin.
Yes.
You're telling me
Book.
Darwin Glass is in that book?
Yes, the soul of this foolish man in the book, and
Yeah,
we
so
can get it
the
out.
demon-
We can get rid of the book.
Yeah.
We can get
The
rid of
demon
the
who
demon.
possesses the book wants to go back in the book because they've been hanging out on our plane, sort of. So we put the demon back in the book, and then the book just goes back to where it came from.
Madden thinks about it for a second, and the porcelain lunges forward and like grabs the book, and it's just like no. It's like,
Why not? It's what we're supposed to do. You're gonna take the book? We can't trust you to take the book. We made a deal. I point to my wrist.
Yeah, Vlyn is fucked if we don't give the book away.
when he sees that, he once again just full face palm and like just does like a quick lap around the like just goes for like a little walk.
Hey, Portia, can you write? Like, you could have tried to. Could you type on a fucking machine? You could have tried to communicate at any
There's
other
a big
point.
mirror. Do you want me
There's
to
a
breathe
mirror.
on it?
Breathe
So
on.
go-
You don't have a mouth, but Vlyn can breathe on it.
When you guys are like saying all these things, like can't you write? Can't you? There's a once again wipes the two angry eyebrows and does like two straight ones to look very
you can do
unimpressed,
symbols.
and like reluctantly sort of like motions you to give him something.
I pull over the unconscious guy we were trying to threaten. I pull up his shirt and I like draw with blood on him.
The porcelain very obviously doesn't love this idea, but goes and
I
like
carry a Sharpie. You're fine. Here you go.
No, it was part of the intimidation, Vlyn.
I cannot, like, that's like sort of torture because you're using his own blood. It's just a little
No,
bit
use
too
someone
far.
else's blood.
I have a Sharpie. Just use the Sharpie. Dads
The
always
thing
have
takes the
Sharpies. It's
Sharpie.
fine.
Can use my blood. It's black. It shows up nicely.
We have to speak about that later.
No, we don't.
walks over to the thing and like hesitates for a second and then points himself and then waves bye-bye and then points at the marker.
You're gonna steal his marker too?
He points at the marker, points at the body and like gestures miming and then points at him and goes bye-bye and waves.
If you write on this guy, you disappear?
He nods.
You can't communicate. It's a part of some bullshit.
Okay, well then don't write on the guy. We'll just ask you questions and you will nod or you will shake your head. Is that okay?
It shrugs, but like nods.
Are you from the abyss?
It shakes no.
Are you from
Okay.
where this planet came from?
Thinks for a second and then nods.
Is it a different plane?
Thinks for a different second and like does a so-so.
Is it from a different time?
Different reality?
Points at Vlyn and kind of like, so-so.
An alternate reality, perhaps?
Snaps its finger and points.
Okay,
Okay,
you're from an
okay.
alternate reality. Were you living on this planet?
It nods. And when it does, it gets yanked up into the ceiling hard and smashes into the ceiling and then it gets dropped and it hits the ground hard.
Oh,
Are you
no.
alive?
It forces itself up to its hands and knees and nods.
Are you trying to use this book to escape what you're doing currently, i.e., in this marionette porcelain body?
It shakes its head no.
Do you know the person who owns the book?
It shakes its head no.
Okay.
Could we release you from whatever is stopping you from communicating using the book, considering it is of shackling and of shattering?
It thinks for a second, looks at the book, looks at you guys, and then it is torn out through the roof. You see it almost snap up like a marionette, and as if someone had like grabbed its invisible strings, pulls it with enough force that it not just crashes into the roof, it crashes up and through the solid jade, and then you hear it shatter through the stone and just keep going.
Okay. Maybe it wants us to keep the book because it does have an effect, but I really can't keep this book around. That's a pretty bad idea.
I think it just could only answer certain questions, and whatever has power
I don't
over
know.
it didn't like that. Maybe we asked too many. Maybe we didn't ask the right ones.
Maybe. My soul is on the line here, so I wouldn't mind resolving that first.
This does lead us to a impasse of sorts. I really do not think that you should be turning a demonic book of the abyss back to its demonic home?
Well, we have assurances that it's not going to hurt us, and Vlyn here has made a promise, and on top of that, it's probably better than what your plan was. And besides, if not, it'll come for you, I'm sure, if we don't follow through with this. Like, it's a pretty angry demon.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're probably here right now listening to what we're saying.
Yeah, this might be it. It's a sword, but also them, maybe.
Well, that sword has dissipated and disappeared back into
That was really cool.
abyssal nothingness.
Then you should get one of them. You looked great
I
with
know.
it.
That was pretty. I really enjoyed that.
You need to introduce me to this community center that you do these sword fighting classes
Yeah.
in. Sorry, Madden.
Madden paces back and forth.
I think it's the only option, mainly because Vlyn here has made a deal. This book has caused so much harm already, and it seems to have a knack for getting out of places it's been put, whether that be natural means or unnatural means. And I think safest is it just goes.
That is, if it does go.
It promised, I think.
Promised? I think they have to keep by those promises.
For how long?
It really seemed like it didn't want to be here.
How long until it is summoned once more? How long until it regains its strength and comes back for vengeance for being trapped here this long?
It promised not to hurt me and Flit.
And I believe it also did say everybody else, too. But either way, I think that will just happen if you just put it somewhere else as well.
Also, are we not? I feel like we're not freaked out enough about the porcelain being thrown into the sky to the point they got ripped through a mountain.
Honestly, so much has happened that it's really hard for me to just kind of like... it's hard. There's so much going on. There was a dog with teeth on its tongue. Sorry, Matt.
You keep saying porcelain. Is this something you are aware of? I've never encountered such a construct before.
Oh, we met
It
that
assaulted
guy
us
earlier.
at the mall. Yeah. It assaulted us in our... It's a long story.
That's just the mall.
Long story.
He squints for a second. He says,
All right, well, there's troubling things afoot here at Dhura Sancta. I worry that our actions now could have consequence later, but if you believe that the safest way to dispose of this book would be to return it to its abyssal home, then I will follow your lead. But should this go poorly in the future, I expect your assistance in righting any wrongs that may arise.
Well, yeah, for sure.
No, don't say that, Vlyn. We've done so much already. I don't want to have to do more things later.
It doesn't stop, my friend. We just, we're in the middle of this. We just have to always do the right thing and move forward.
It's about to be done, and then we can just be heroes and maybe
no one's going to know about this. So, we're not going to be heroes.
This is a good point. Letting people know, especially the nature of the book and what it can do, letting people know of its existence widespread would be foolish at best.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're not allowed to talk about the porcelain then.
We'll talk later. We'll meet up.
No, he's about to agree, Vlyn. Don't interrupt him.
I don't need to be convinced. I know it may seem unlikely that a group of soldiers of fortune, as it were, do care deeply about this settlement and its people. We are here to make our fortunes, yes, but fortunes cannot be made from piles of rubble and ash.
I agree.
Well, we should all just be friends then.
Yeah, we should have a chat. We'll let you in on some of the stuff that's been going on.
We can be in cahoots, and then we'll all be for the better.
he looks at Savvy's unconscious body and looks up towards Vartel and says,
It may be beneficial to expand our ranks, but unfortunately I will need to discuss with those of a higher rank whether or not you'll be allowed in.
No, we don't need to be into something. We're pretty cool on our own. We just sort of need, if the need arises where things get funky, we share information. And when it comes down to it, like the book coming back or more constructs showing up, we help each other out.
If we had been in cahoots this whole time, we would have made short work of those sword idiots.
Yes, I do believe that we will have some clearing up to do with the Copper Cutlasses. They are a influential group within the settlement, and we have made a slight bit of mess.
and as he says that, you hear footsteps up above and just someone say, "Oh boy, this is..." And Jackal looks down and is just like, "It looks like I've missed the party then."
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Your friends are angry at us.
Are they alive?
Yeah, the only thing we killed was the dog.
If one died,
We can't kill the guy who threatened you, Flit.
he said he'd burn my house. He said he'd do all sorts.
We'll make sure it doesn't happen. It's okay.
I do believe that you are ignoring the sort of dead copper cutlass in the room, and he points to the one that Sharon had.
Oh, they killed each other.
Impaled.
It's fine.
You know, this will not be a hard story to sell because they did both hate each other, and also they were idiots.
Yeah.
I point to the idiot one who's like still like, for some reason I think he's still sliding even though the ice is gone.
He's starting to wake up, and he starts to like push himself up, and the ice is gone. But he slips on some blood and just fucking KOs himself again.
Yeah, so just take him, interrogate him, and he'll tell you pretty quickly that he's the guy who murdered your guy. He might say there was a demon involved, and that's sort of true. He's a demon corpse.
Yeah, there was a demon right here.
You can see the like wheels turning in Shackles' head. He says, "Yes, I think I can work with the pieces of the puzzle that you have left so eloquently behind."
You know what was crazy, Jackal? You know it was absolutely crazy town? When we got here, there was a demon pretending to be us, and then it turned into a big dog with so much teeth on its tongue. And we killed it to help. Can you believe that?
He just rolled a 32 cents motive.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm giving him
maybe
a lie.
that's a good lie.
Like, I'm giving him a lie. Like, he's
Oh, I see.
aware of, like, we're not trying to get one over on him. I'm saying, like, this is his line for later on, right?
Right.
Because if they try to say it's us, we're like, nah, they were pretending to be us. There's a demon. There's a demon right there.
And they said they were demons.
He nods and just says, "The fact that I was pretty adamant about not fucking with this book and how dangerous it is, and the fact that we now have a corpse of a literal demon, I think will be enough to get me back in the at least not killed graces of the copper cutlasses. But also, I think once they've realized that you were doing a community service of sorts, they will, bygones be bygones, water under the bridge. I don't think you'll be best friends, but I do not think you'll have to fear repercussions."
Cool.
Good. If I do, maybe next time I do kill this guy. What's his name?
He looks and he like kind of squints and he says, "I think that is Jerome? I think it's Jerome."
Jerome?
Jerome.
Well, Jerome better watch out, because I don't like that.
I
It
will
was
give
scary.
him some extra motivation to leave it.
Cool. So, should we summon a demon now, or
Look, Roha, do you have a better plan?
I'd raise my wrist again?
I'm pointing at the wrist as well.
No, unfortunately, your abyssal contract has made our decisions quite limited in terms of disposal of the book, if we are to secure your safety as well, unless you are willing to sacrifice yourself.
Not this time. Probably, if that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect it, but you know, sometimes people are chill like that.
I'm sure at some point I'd be down. I might be down, but like I have got a lot of stuff going on.
Okay then, well, let's, I suppose, summon a demon.
Hello, Spaceship Dane here to do the things real quick because I've been at Fan Expo all weekend and I am exhausted. First and foremost, we hope you are enjoying this week's episode. Second, if you came to pop by the booth or see any of our panels or shows at Fan Expo this year, thank you very much. We appreciate you. It was hopefully you said hello, and it was great to chat with everyone that we chatted with. If you met us at Fan Expo and for some reason you're jumping in the newest episode like a crazy person, hey, what's up? I'm not here to yuck your yum. You do whatever you want. But I think you might enjoy the show a little bit better if you start at the beginning. But who am I to tell you what you do? You're an adult, most likely. We had a blast at Fan Expo, and it was just one of those weekends where we feel real good about things. It's where we can sort of be like, yeah, that was nice. This is why we do it, to see all y'all and teach you and do funny shows and stuff like that. It really was a special weekend for us, and we thank you greatly if you swung by. Finally, we are doing another vote. Right now, as soon as this episode airs, there will be a vote for you to take place in. There will be a top secret council vote for those of you who are on the Patreon, which is available to all the paid tiers. And then don't worry, You're not going to be left out if you're not on the Patreon. We have a free Discord vote as well. So anyone who is a part of the Discord will be able to get a vote. If you would like to join the Discord and be a part of the vote, if you've missed the sort of like first couple during the setup of season 2, head on over to noquestcast.com, click the Discord link, and you'll be brought in. If you head over to the announcements, you'll get all the information about how to vote and where to vote. And we're really excited to see where these lead. The council vote, once again, top secret, but the citizen vote is going to be about a new music venue that has recently opened up or will be opening up shortly in Dhura Sancta. We're also taking applications for factions. If you want to take part in the world in a little more hands-on way and create a existing group of people within the settlement, all you got to do is pitch your idea. And if you get 3 people on board, it will be included in the show at some point in time as a canon thing within the universe. There's lots of ways to get involved. All you got to do is join the Discord. Once again, you can do that at noquestcast.com. Click the Discord link. That's going to do it for me this week. We will see you in 2 weeks' time. We hope you enjoy the rest of the episode, and in the meantime, please be safe and be kind.
Do you guys want to leave the room? Do you want to get your friends to some medical attention, Roha? And
Yeah, I don't know if they want an audience. It might be bad for you, or not. I don't know. Maybe you'll make friends.
Roha looks up to Jackal and says,
Perhaps you could escort me out of the tunnels in which we got here, and it might be helpful to have someone who knows the way.
and Jackal leans down and picks up the unconscious Fartel, and Roha sends his drones to sort of like make a little stretcher for Savvy and float up the stairs. The two of them stand on the top of the balcony and look down, and they say,
Well, I wish you luck if it goes poorly.
you'll know, because we'll be dead.
They'll never see or hear from us again.
Well, if you are interested in perhaps joining our little outfit, swing by Nynx's at some point and we will have a conversation and I can make some proper introductions.
Yeah. Oh, and keep your eye out for that rock that we're looking for.
Yes, I suppose I do owe you some information and some money as well.
Money. Also, maybe you should join our outfit. How about
We
that?
don't have an outfit. We're just
We are
two
an
best
outfit.
friends.
Best, Vlyn.
Well, I haven't had a pal in a long time.
Not in front of the others.
they look at each other and they're just like, and Jackal says, It may be best to limit your activity in the bazaar for a day or two. Let this calm down. Let it smooth over.
Well, I want a bath. I'm covered in dog blood. I'm like,
What?
the dog demon blood. It's like, yeah, I'm
What
just
the
going to
hell
go take a
does
bath
that have
and
to do
probably
with
take it
anything?
easy.
Oh,
I don't
I
want to
think
go
he's
out.
saying he'll be bathing instead
Yeah.
of being in the bazaar, so you're fine. His
What
time
a
will be
crazy
spent
thing
bathing.
to say to me. But okay, this is fine. I'm just saying maybe cool it with the bazaar and, give it the day or two.
Cool
Look,
bath will do both of those.
the cutlasses are only interested in the bottom line. If you're not interrupting our business, our revenue, our influence, that's fine. Today, I really do think after a little bit of explanation and a little bit of time to think it through, they will see what you've done here today is actually beneficial to the long-standing goals of the cutlasses. But for the next couple of days, they will see you as the two idiots who ruined their get-rich-quick scheme.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
do
fine.
our best.
Do our very best.
And thank you for the help.
Yeah, appreciate it, Jackal. Thank you.
I wish I could have been of more assistance, but unfortunately the traps held me up. We will get these two to safety, get them rested up. You two be careful.
And Roha nods and says,
Yes, I fear for your safety, but this is for the best of all the people of Dhura Sancta. Good luck.
All right. Well, Vlyn, let's get to it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we have to crank our bracelets.
Don't we just have to spend like 5 minutes focusing?
It is a 10-minute ritual that
10 minutes, you say?
you will have to perform with the help of Root. But again, because of the presence of the book, you kind of know what to do. But you are going to have to turn on your bracers at the end to bring Root out.
Let's take a 10-minute rest, hang out for a moment, prepare ourselves, and then do it in case we have to fight another dog.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, use your resolve point. You take a 10-minute rest. You get your stamina back. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you start the ritual?
Is everyone gone? Are there still unconscious copper cutlasses or anything?
I mean,
guess
yeah,
they're all gone.
everyone there, everyone who has been moved has just been Fartel and Savvy. Everyone else is KO'd and not moving.
That man keeps on getting up every couple minutes and just knocking his head again. It's
yeah, except for the one
wild.
Sheeran who keeps waking up and slipping on his own blood and knocking himself out.
I go over to Flit before we start, and I sort of like hold his arms in my arms.
What? This is weird.
And I say, Flit, if this goes wrong, it's my soul on the line. So if I gotta pay the piper, just let me go. All right? No point of two of us going out.
You're very weird with debts and bills, aren't you? You destroy a bunch of mannequins and it's on me, but then you give your soul away and you're like, oh, don't get involved. It's kind of a conflicting, you know?
Yeah, well, money is... your life is not something we should be gambling with.
And yet you did. Look, I trust Root. I think we're all buds. It'll be fine.
Okay, I like your optimism, Flit. It's a good look for you.
Well, like, why would they? No, we're helping them. It's great.
Okay. I don't like, for some reason I picture a bunch of candles have appeared that we've had to light.
Did you bring them? No, but Vlyn, before we do this, you were amazing today. And
Thanks.
you protected me. I really appreciate that. I think I would have been hewn to pieces. Look at me, I'm quite badly injured. I really need medical aid.
We're the dream team. That's just, we help each other out no matter what. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, well, I will return the favor.
I know you will. And I start doing whatever the ritual is.
That's my part.
You do some completely unnecessary chanting and drum and bass, like dubstep noises, but really all it takes is 10 minutes of focused concentration with the book. Now that you actually have the book, there is a lock on it. There's a giant clasp on it where you can see that a thumbprint has been sort of like stuck where a key lock is. You can see that there is a singed piece of flesh that is stuck there. You know that to be Darwin Glass's thumb because you saw it at Oswald's sort of like autopsy photos and stuff. So you know that someone used Oswald's thumb to initially activate the book. Whether it was him or someone else, you don't really know. Within 10 minutes, you feel an energy and a presence that begins sort of like rumbling in the book. You can see that the corners of the flesh that has been melded into that lock spot begin peeling off and loosening, almost like you're sort of like scooping the edges of a like an egg dish or something. Like it's starting to become more malleable and it's starting to become more flesh-like as opposed to like a solid object. And finally, at the end of the 10 minutes, it pops out of the key slot and lands on the pedestal, and the book flies open. The clasp undoes and the pages begin flipping through. You can see words on these pages that fly by, but none of it makes any sense. It doesn't seem to be in a language that you can understand until it opens up to a blank page. And when that happens, the whole room falls into a dark haze. Everything seems to disappear, and you hear the sound of footsteps. And on the left is Root in sort of her full regalia. She's not that sort of like shimmering light, but she's wearing her like full battle armor. She's got the sword at her hip, and she looks at the two of you and she says,
I am impressed. I really did not think you had it in you, but here we are.
We barely did.
We're nothing if not impressive.
and she draws her blade and she says,
This has been a long time coming.
and she raises it over her head and she slams it down into the book, and you hear what I can only describe as the most pathetic yelp you've ever heard as the blade continues down, almost like slicing through reality, and across from her a tear opens as if she had sliced it open herself, and kind of like a Fresh Prince Jazzy Jeff situation of getting yeeted out the front door of the mansion. You see this sort of barrel-chested man with a beard and long flowing hair get thrown out of this portal, and he hits the ground hard and goes kind of like slides in, and he stays like in the fetal position. You can see his skin is raw with what looks like small wounds. Some of them are even like indentations. It looks like someone has like pulled chunks out of him, and he's just curled up and like shaking on the ground.
I believe that's Mr. Glass.
She looks and she says,
I would call him A squatter.
And he looks up with these like wide, watery eyes, and he just says,
Oh no, this is it, isn't it? This is what I've been waiting for. Very well.
Your freedom?
and he gets on his knees and he just like holds his wrists out and he just says, "Do it quickly. Make the suffering stop."
Haven't we done this? Isn't he free now? The suffering ended?
He opens one eye and kind of like looks around for a second. He just says,
Is this not the final judgment?
Root has sheathed her sword and she's just standing there with her hands on her hips, just shaking her head.
No, you've been pulled out of the book you were tossed in. Thanks to me and this hero, you're welcome. You may reward us when you have your life once more.
He's not getting his life back.
Ozzy was trying to bring him back. He might do it now that it's possible. I don't know. I don't want to give you false hope because you're a little ghost man. So maybe you'll pass on. Maybe you'll go back to being tortured if you're a bad person. I don't know.
I'm free. Free from the abyss. Free from the voices. Free. Freedom.
And he looks at the two of you and he says,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, quick question.
Yes.
Before you disappear.
Anything.
Who killed you?
Yeah.
Who tied you up and made you use the book?
I swear to God, Dane, if you do and then poof him out of existence, I'm going to fight you.
He says,
Take me 7 minutes to run down to your house and I'm going to fight you.
Nobody killed me.
What?
I was trying to save Dhura Sancta.
Did that to yourself?
Well, you were doing it with someone, surely.
Was I? No, I acted alone.
That I don't believe.
I had to. You don't understand.
I'm looking at Root while he's saying this. Is she reacting in any way? Does she seem interested?
this seems so mundane and like this doesn't matter at all to her, it seems.
He says, there is a threat growing.
Yeah, the porcelains.
No.
Snake Temple?
Glass.
Oh, like the obsidian.
I forgot about the obsidian.
Yes. There's an island of it to the north. It consumes. It devours. It takes. It twists. It is not of our world.
And what was the book supposed to do about this?
Shackles and shattering. I would take it all. I would absorb it. I would become my namesake, Darwin Glass. I would save this planet, but I failed. I must have.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? The island.
No.
No. We just got here a couple days ago.
Is it still there? I haven't read the
no,
book
it's still
of it.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
No. I'm sorry. I tried. I failed.
Mr. Glass, if I may, you may not have achieved what you wanted to achieve. I sort of like get down at this level. But you helped. We now know that we've got to figure that out, and we're good at getting stuff done. So we'll carry on with what you started, okay? It wasn't futile. I don't want you moving on to a different place without understanding that you did help, at least a little bit.
He nods and he says,
Okay.
Despair is not going to help us.
Promise me that you will find a way to stop it.
We're going to stop the glass. We're going to stop the porcelains. We're going to stop all the bad stuff.
But none of these are promises. They're all just well-intentioned hopes for the future.
he nods and he just says,
We must always strive to do our best.
Every day. That's what I taught all my kids. Every new day is a new opportunity.
his jaw sort of drops and he says,
Your father.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's good.
and he like clasps your hands and you can see like tears beginning to well in his eyes. And he just says,
You're important.
I'm just a guy.
No.
He is kind of just a guy, a civilian.
The father, yes.
he stands up and like embraces you.
Okay. I hug him back. I'm a hugger.
Vlyn, stop touching the ghost.
I'm sorry. It's a good moment.
A Root steps forward and says,
Okay, well, if we're done here, I'm going to take my book and go.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. You're not coming back, right, Root?
I don't plan on it, but I mean,
Cool.
look, hey, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really have control over who... If someone gets a hold of the book, I'm part of the book.
I thought you were taking it with you.
Well, yeah, no, like, but if someone goes to the abyss, like, I don't want to I don't want to lie to you.
No,
we appreciate
If someone's
it.
willing to go to the abyss for the book, that's all we can do, you know? Like, if...
Yeah, we appreciate you've been cool. Cooler than I would have thought when you put your fingers in my brain. I will say, you said you'd hit us with some info. Where's that info at?
Do either of you recognize this as I hold up the guitar pick again?
I pull out the arm of the porcelain from his bag as well. Or this.
Darwin Glass, when you pull out the arm, rushes over to it and grabs it and he says, "They're still here."
Yeah, the porcelains. We've been saying their name the whole time.
He knows who they are, and they've been here prior. Explain, Ghost Man.
Are they on the island?
They've always been here.
No one else knows about them. What do you mean?
Yes, they are reclusive.
And Root nods and steps forward and says,
Yes, they hide in the shadows like mice and worms, scurrying about underneath.
and Darwin nods and he says,
Yes, yes. They wait, they appease, they sacrifice, they give, and they get. In return, they are given.
Does someone want to translate?
Well, we were just talking to one and they couldn't answer questions, and then when they tried, and I point up at the hole, tore through the roof.
Yes, yes, they are controlled.
Yeah, do you
By
know who
who?
the master is?
and he holds his hand up as if like dangling an invisible puppet or marionette, and he says,
Someone pulls the strings.
And whom? Whom?
Follow the strings.
Up?
Find the hand.
A cloud man?
Is it a god?
Find the hand. Find the puppeteer.
Okay,
Okay.
well, how?
Or what? Or who?
Or whom?
Root swallows hard and says,
You should leave this be.
I look, girl,
They're coming for this, and I can't help it, it's mine.
I would love to leave it be. I would love to leave a lot of things be. I have like a city to run, basically. I have a planet to lead.
Probably gonna have to build you some furniture too.
Hey, that too. But these things will not leave us alone.
Darwin nods and just says,
Yeah, they need to survive. It's all they can do.
Well, I'll help them survive if they stop being so rude. They're attacking me in dreams. They're attacking me in malls.
Root looks at you and says,
There are forces in the abyss stronger than me, much stronger than me, that can take a liking to mortal affairs, but only if they can control the pieces, like a play or like a game. These are among the most powerful demons in the abyss. If
Like the ones who attacked back in the day?
she scrunches her face and says, what do you mean?
The Reckoning. Wasn't that demons? Didn't the bad man turn into a big demon guy and threw those heroes around so known as Prime? Yeah, those were demons, right? So Decker's guys, we his name is obviously one of the most infamous people in our system.
She chuckles and just says,
Decker, Arwen Decker, oh yes, we know of him in the abyss. He's kind of like I don't want to say mascot, but what's the thing that a court gesture? He was a putt.
Still there.
Oh, yeah, he made a deal with demons and didn't deliver.
But so for a power scale, is the demons who are involved maybe in this thing the same level as the ones who are involved with Decker? Are we talking even more?
she thinks and she says,
Yeah,
Even more than an army sent to a planet to wage war?
well, no, I'm saying they're probably about the same.
Oh, okay.
Didn't they send a giant flying worm? I've seen
Yeah,
a graphic novel about the heroes, and they...
You guys haven't been to the abyss, have you? There's so many giant flying worms.
Why would I have gone to the abyss?
That's what I'm saying. Look,
I'm a dad.
Look at me.
This is a rich guy.
I'm meant for better places.
you want information? I'm telling you right now, if this is sort of the people who I think it may be, and look, I'm going to drop a name for you. You ready for this? The Obsidian Council.
That's
Sounds
pretty right on the money.
Sounds bad.
Yeah,
And they are?
they are one of the most dangerous alliances within the abyss.
Well, we're one of the most dangerous alliances in Dhura Sancta, so...
We fist bump.
All right, well, I'm going.
she starts walking.
Bye, Root.
It's been a real thing. Thanks?
I'd ask for your real name, but it probably would drive us insane. So we'll stick with Root. Thank you, Root.
She thinks and says,
You know what? I kind of like Root.
Me too. It's quaint.
Yeah, it's simple, but you're so not simple.
It's unassuming, but you're quite assuming.
She looks down at her hands and her armor, and she presses her fingers into them for a second, and she begins to get covered in these like twisting vines and briars. Small sort of like purple flowers bloom here and there. And then her sword, she pulls out of her sheath, holds it up, and it turns into a twisted sort of like almost branch-like blade. And she says, "Oh yes, I like this a lot."
Slay Queen.
She walks over to the book and she puts her hand on the pages, and she gently rubs it, first the front of her hand and then the back of her hand on the next page, and she says,
"One final gift. As a thank you, if you would like something to remember me by."
She reaches out her hand, and a quill, instead of like a feather, it's a black batwing quill, and she hands it out. She says,
"Sign your name. Completely optional, of course."
What would doing that entail?
"I would have the ability to give you a fraction of power."
And it would be a gift, as you say, a freebie, and a not at all something in the terms and conditions that would ruin my life.
She leaves the pen floating in the air, and she says,
"There's always a give and take. I don't know what you'd get, and I don't know what you'd be losing. It's not quite how it works."
What if you have something you really want?
Could happen.
Well, Vlyn, we're all friends here, right?
Hey, man. I'm just glad we get to live another day. And I think... God, I think we need all the help we can get from all the right places and all the wrong places sometimes. We're over our heads.
Well, I've already lost enough. And I sign my name.
"Flynn?"
Flynn thinks about his kids and his family. If this gets worse, will it go beyond this planet?
What do you mean?
Like, if whatever's happening now, can it affect the system?
She shrugs and says,
I couldn't even really tell you what is happening right now.
Okay. I sign it as well.
Okay. The blank page in front of you absorbs your name as you write it. Each letter glows with a purple light, and once you finish it, as soon as you lift the quill off the page, it sinks into the page itself. Same thing with you, Vlyn. Then it begins rearranging. The letters that you wrote down swirl and become words that you can't read in a language you can't understand. And then the page flips over to a new blank one. And she smiles. She takes the leather ribbon out and places it on this new blank page, and she closes the book and she says,
"It has been enlightening, and I wish you the best. Thank you."
Yeah, thank you, Root.
You're welcome.
and she tucks the book under her arm and disappears. Boys, you're going to need to make me some fate rolls, please. Roll me a d20.
Yeah.
17.
2.
On top of that, I'm going to need you guys to roll 2 advent dice, or like 1 each.
We're both at
so
sixes,
D6, right?
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel it's going to be a 6.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, I got 2.
All right. Roll me 2 d20s.
10,
2 and a
which
2.
is my fated number.
Okay. Things happen. You are left there for a brief moment in this haze as Darwin Glass looks on and just stares, seemingly transfixed on you, Vlyn.
Hey, bud.
Well, you may as well show him your necklace while we're at it.
Yeah, do you know this piece of black rock?
He walks over to it and takes a look and says,
No,
Oh, that's too bad.
that's not the obsidian we should fear.
Okay. Well, they want this. I don't know why.
I cannot help you.
Well, that's okay.
Their desires are strange, alien. They are asked, and they provide.
So, I guess what happens with you now, pal?
he thinks and he says,
I fear my work is not yet done. I believe I will be here a little longer.
Like
Okay.
here in the Snake Temple, or like here in Dhura Sancta kind of deal?
Dhura Sancta.
Okay, great. Well, we are probably going to see Oswald at some point. Would you like us to send a message to your friend? I don't like him, but I'm not going to withhold your last words from him out of spite.
Tell him thank you for his attempts. Thank you for being a friend. But let him know I'm not coming back.
Now, not to, get in the way of your spiritual decisions and all that, but surely if you have work to do, would coming back not aid that?
No, the things that happen for a reason. You must walk fate's path.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess it's what we're doing every day.
As far as we know. Anything else you could help us with? Because I would like to go home. I'm very tired.
Darwin thinks for a second and puts a hand sort of on both of you and he just says,
There's a battle coming. A war, but not in the sense that we have ever fought before. A hand reaching through time, space. Things that we know will be no longer. Science, magic. It will all change.
Well, once again, we're going to do everything we can to keep people safe.
He nods and says, I fear safety is in limited quantity these days.
Well, that is for real, my man.
the hand begins sort of fading away and he says,
I believe I will be returning. If you need me, seek the hill in which I died.
Okay.
and he evaporates.
Do you think he was like that when he was alive?
I feel like he's mellowed out a little bit after death. You think so?
Like everything I heard about him, he seemed like a crazy sort, and now he seems very morose and like almost poetic.
Focused. And he seems focused.
Maybe getting trapped in the book will do that to you.
Well, it did seem like he was tortured.
That's fair. That's fair.
You guys are heading out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, so the exit of the temple, it now looks like there's just like a hallway out. Like you can see that big cavern that you entered into, and there's maybe like one sort of chamber that has like some cool snake shit, but there's no like multiple rooms. It's literally like maybe a 30-second walk from the balcony to the front door.
Much easier this way.
It takes quite a bit of time to sort of like navigate your way out. Thankfully, the tunnels are winding but aren't branching for the most part. Like you really just do have to just keep walking and following the route. You do have the option to, the way that the tunnels work, you could pop out of the bazaar, though Shackles warned against it, or you can travel all the way to the end of the tunnels and come out of the port.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yes, I don't really want to get in another skirmish when I just need so many stitches.
Yeah. I feel like we just talk about what we're going to have for supper and...
What do you guys want to do? You make it to the port, you make it out, there's finally some like fresh air, the sea breeze coming in, sort of like that salty, fishy smell of the port. You see some of these ships coming and going. There seems to be some commotion. There's a lot of like chattering, more out of the ordinary.
Do you think they saw a porcelain get flung up into the sky through the ground?
Maybe.
Let's listen.
Let's listen in. I roll perception, I guess?
Yeah.
Time for us to do fate rolls. I mean perception rolls.
That's an 8.
Well, I love eavesdropping. That's a 24.
Hell yeah. You hear about, let me see what I can give you right now.
Is this something we just rolled?
Not like just now.
Okay.
Let me guess. A sea monster in the sea. Is it bat themed?
You hear some of the dock workers being like, fucking can't believe it, man. We were supposed to like get new safety equipment. We were supposed to get a whole new rigging. All of our ships right now are so fucking outdated. And that money was supposed to go to us. Now it's just gone. And the other worker is like, yeah, I bet it was that fucking asshole Dinestra. She's always fucking looking to line her pockets with something. Also, you see the fucking Sterlings are here and all of a sudden money goes missing? Likely story.
Political intrigue.
Vlyn, they're like your kind of folks. Maybe you could ingratiate yourself with them. I don't know if they'll like my upper charms.
I say we call it a rest for the day, and maybe we can do some research tomorrow.
What money went missing? Who? What money?
The two dock workers kind of look over and just say, dude, you haven't heard? Fuck. A whole chunk of pretty much this cycle's credits have just gone. Completely missing.
What?
Like robbed or like digitally robbed? Like was there like a break-in?
They shrug.
We don't know. Okay.
And they just say, all we're getting right now is a misallocation of funds, an internal investigation. And we all know what that means. They're going to fucking...
That's bullshit.
Yeah, a little bit of money is going to go to Australia. A little bit of money is going to go to the guards. And all of a sudden, we're going to forget about it. We're going to say, oh, it was lost. We don't have to worry about it. It'll never happen again. And the fucking bigwigs at the top are going to fucking, have a little bit more cred in their pocket.
Do they not understand that we can't live without you guys? Like, we need to be able to be out at sea. We need to fish and harvest and explore.
Don't worry, boys. The people that stole the money will investigate the people that stole the money. Pfft. What's Dinestra doing?
The other dude is like, exactly. We need like another party. If money's going missing, we can't let the people who the money is going to investigate where it went.
We need a real leader in this town.
I'd like slightly punch you in the side.
They look around and they're like, honestly, what we need to do Let's get fucking Estrella out of here. The dude nods like, yeah, man, all of a sudden we're supposed to believe that like Wade's personal fucking guard dogs aren't lining their pockets every time a shipment comes in. I bet if you go and raid every Estrella employee's fucking houses, you're going to see half of our supplies in their homes.
But Wade's so rich anyway. I think it's more like bad leadership at the top. I think we just need fresh faces in there. I roll diplomacy. 18.
I'm just like looking around to see what food I can buy for supper at this point. I'm just like, anyway.
Actually, you know what? As I say this, my like cool vibes start playing. So it's going to be a 19.
They nod and they say, yeah, man, you don't have to argue with me. I'm pissed at this shit.
Can I get one super salmon to go, please? The whole fish is fine.
Yep, Fishmonger wraps up a super salmon for you.
Get me some Goku muscles while you're at it.
No, we're just doing salmon. We don't have the money. We haven't gotten paid yet.
And you're getting super salmon?
Yeah, it feeds us for the week. I'm going to meal prep.
I just think maybe we should all consider new faces come election season. But, you know, in the meantime, if I hear anything about missing money, you can rest assured that I will look into it.
They nod. It's like, all right, man, I don't know who the fuck you are, but sure.
We're private investigators of the people.
Great.
Excellent.
Yeah, you gotta believe me, I'm a little skeptical when people ever say they're for the people. The people who are for the people don't need to say that.
That's
fair.
why I haven't said anything.
That's why he said nothing.
Yeah, I'll also get, I'll get some muscles too. Why not a little?
Vlyn, I saw you earlier. You've got more than enough muscles. Anyway, just look, I would doubt me too, but don't worry. Results speak louder than me currently. Good day to you, sir.
They laugh and they say, unlikely.
Well, we'll have to see, won't we?
Do you have any allergies I should know about?
No.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Ill-hewn fibers.
Okay.
Like rough fibers upon my delicate skin. Ill-hewn. That.
Yeah, sure.
Things mean even. And even hue.
I'll keep that in mind.
Perfect. Let's go cook this salmon, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As you guys are walking, you see like some more commotion in front of you. I assume you're circling the long way and not going through the bazaar and going. Yes. As you get to like sort of the downtown area, there's a big poster up and it says future location of the noise cave. And there's a building that like you could have swore wasn't there when you went into the fucking tunnels. This seems to have popped up like over the course of the afternoon, and there's a bunch of signage for the noise cave, and it seems to be like a nightclub of some sort. And there's like a raised platform, and there's like people in like very skimpy clothing and like tight leather clothing and shiny clothing, and they're all like dancing to this like beat, and they're all vibing. And then you see this dude at a DJ deck, and he grabs the microphone and he's like, yeah, boy, yeah, welcome everybody to the opening of the Noise Curve. My name is DJ Flutterboy. And you hear, bwah, 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 bwah.